Hey there, friends on YouTube. It's the JTL. I am back again, and today I have something exciting to talk to you about. I'm going to talk to you about changing out both my PC case as well as my PC CPU. I started out after having built a computer around last holiday season. I had an H440 case. I bought an i3 6100 chip. I got, is it a 60? Anyway, it doesn't 6300. I can't remember. Just basic graphics card. It was like a $500-700 build. It was like a $500 or $700 build. So I did that. I've been using that for the past year. I've been upgrading slowly. Slowly have I been upgrading. Getting a few things here or there. I got a GTX 1080, the Founders Edition from NVIDIA. I got a Corsair H440 V2. I got a few other things. I upgraded the RAM, but the only thing I hadn't had a chance to upgrade yet was the CPU. And so I didn't want to have to go through this step a couple of times, so I sort of saved my pennies a little bit and decided to just go straight up to the i7 6700K, and that would be the end of it for quite a bit of time. So because I do video rendering and that kind of thing, I wanted to get that chip as opposed to the i5 because, not only gaming's not the only thing I do. So anyway, I got that, and along the way, I also realized that while I really liked the H440, the NZT, while I really liked the while I really liked the NZXT H440 case in the black and the red that I got, after a bit, it just wasn't sitting right with me. It wasn't quite my style. It was a little too snazzy or something. I don't know. I tend to like more just straight up muted and minimal, almost industrial looking stuff when I can get it. I like everything to be clean, and the red in that case was just not doing it for me. So I did some looking around. I'm supposed to be getting a case from Anides sometime soon. But in the meantime, I wanted to get something that was kind of rugged. I like the tempered glass look of the Anides AI Crystal case, but I wanted to get something a little bit more rugged for down here in the studio. I might build a game or a home theater PC out of the Anides case. But I looked around and I looked around and I looked around. I found the Corsair C70 case, which basically looks like a gigantic ammo box with an acrylic window in it. My dad, who passed away 13 years ago, was in the military, and we had ammo boxes around everywhere in my house when I was growing up. My dad used them to keep tools in and shoe shine kit and all kinds of different things. So it was kind of a sentimental choice for me. And the C70 that you see mostly is the sort of OD green version of it. And I decided that I was going to go with the black because I just wanted the case to sort of be there and not really draw a ton of attention to itself, but have that look. So I went ahead and ordered it, and what we're going to see in this video is me changing out both the CPU from the i3 to the i7, and then changing out the cases from the NZXT H440 to the Corsair C70. I've got a super fast video where I'll kind of walk you through the steps of what we're seeing, and then we will be done. And I'll give you the look at the first boot, and we'll see how we did. So without further ado, let's get to the super fast video where I tell you what's happening. So here we've got the beginnings of it. We're taking everything off the back. We're getting everything unhooked so that we can then get the cooler out and take that off, and then take everything else out from the inside: graphics card, hard drives, all that all the rest of the little plugs and wires. Get everything unplugged from the back, the fans, etc. Now we're going to take out the motherboard. Here we go, i7 chip is in, and it doesn't take that long. Now we're putting the motherboard into the C70 case, which is just the reverse process of everything that I just did. I know you're not going to get a ton of information out of how this is going in such fast motion, but it should give you a sense of what it is that I'm trying to get done, how it is that I'm trying to get it done, and just basically hooking everything up first, coming out, and then going back, doing everything in the reverse order. So The stuff that is in the way of taking everything out of the case should be first, and then everything that's inside of the case that was wired down, or etc., needs to come back out. So here I'm putting the fans on. I just transferred the fans from the inside where those cages are to the outside, so that I could have fans on the outside and I could have a little bit more space on the inside. So here I am getting those fans wired up. Now I'm going to put the H100 back into the case, and that should be the first step to then getting that hooked up, then getting everything else rewired. So it's a pretty straightforward process. If you've not built a PC before, then you probably won't be needing to take one out and put it into another case, but hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea of what it takes to get something like that done. If you have any questions, make sure you ask me in the comment section, and I'll be happy to give you any answers that I can and get everything going. Hey there, friends on YouTube. So it's the JTL. It's about 2+ hours after I started putting the PC, switching PC from one to the other, and I've got everything working. I think we've got it all plugged in. We've got everything ready to go. So now is the moment of truth. So here is my monitor. Over here is the PC. I gotta admit, I really like this black on black case. I'm really digging it. So let's see what happens when I press this button. Well, it's lit up inside, and we'll go over here to the screen and see what's what. The lights on the keyboard have come on. And okay, so I didn't even see the BIOS boot screen or anything. It just kind of came on. Let's see how fast it logs in. So there's no lag between hitting enter and the screen coming up. That's pretty darn impressive. And I've got an i7 chip in my MacBook Pro from last year, and it ain't nowhere near as fast as that. So I am looking forward to putting this thing through its paces a little bit. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Talk to me about whatever you want to talk to me about. The NZXT H440 case is going to be for sale soon enough. If anybody's interested in that, drop me a private message or drop me a comment. Otherwise, until next time, this is the JTL, and I am out.